Yo, what up? It's God, and welcome to the first episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Um, Forewarning, before we get into anything, if you're, I don't know, easily freaked out, then I wouldn't recommend you tried to watch this, but it ain't for the faint of heart. I kind of have the general aspect of what's going, but I just want to play it for myself, so let's get into it. What's your name? And it's going with a big old... Come on. Let's get into this. I want to try and keep these as unedited as I can. I'm not going to be able to do voices for this. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend that you'll never see... You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sighed idly and in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Hey, what you saying, bro? Have a little bow and that. I don't know how to make them noises, bro. Them noises are kind of weird. What did I just miss? I overslept again. Okay. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, sorry. That sounded like a fucking dolphin. I don't know how to make that noise. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. And by the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. You told me you would join the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, it sounds about me. It sounds about like me in school, to be honest. I was talking to you about how I was worried that you won't learn how to socialise or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I'd die if I thought about coming. I'd die at the thought of you becoming a neek in school. Do you know what? We're changing that to neek. Becoming a neek in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it'll make you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! look at her fucking happy and shit. That's such a typical like anime like girl fucking thing. Just like yee with the hands up. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent her. Oh, before we go any further, I need to get. I was told I need to keep the files out. I need to keep looking at, keep checking my files, the game files. So let's get that up real quick. I have no clue where they are. Oh, there we go. Program files. Where's Steam? There it is. Is like it not in here? Where the hell? Oh wait, I can just get it up on Steam, can't I? Okay, my Steam's being a prick. Manage, browse local files. There we go. Right, so I need to keep this open apparently, because like my files change or something. I'm not too sure, but we'll keep an eye on the files. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Oh, we're in school. Let's go. Do you know what? Japanese schools look so much better than the UK ones. Like you would never find like graffiti all over the walls and like holes in the desks and bare gum underneath the table. They probably wouldn't throw chairs at the teachers either. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Suri wanted me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice to start with the anime club. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Hello. Sorry. Sorry, you must have come to my classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise the only one left in the classroom. Huh? How do you not realise you're the only one left? I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sorry. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Hey, nah, keep to your guns, bro. Meanie. Suri is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since I was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in the literature club is guaranteed even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I don't know how to make that noise. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning that she has to have perfectly planned. I can't read, bro. Or if she's so cunning that she has to plan this all out. Nah, I think she did plan it out. I got a feeling. I think she planned it out. Look at the bow. She's sneaky. I let out a long sign. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. I mean, a free cupcake's a free cupcake. I'll take that. Yes, let's go. Oh, just look how nice this looks. Like, why can't UK schools look like this? They're just like corridors with lockers and people fighting. Like, oh. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh, God. Oh, no, what's going to happen? I dejectly follow Sayori across the school and up the stairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. So how old are we, actually? I'd like to know. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. To be fair, I'm pretty sure these lot are 18 in this game, just because they have to be, because of the fucked up shit that I've heard happens. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah, I glance around the room. Ooh, hello. Welcome to the Literature Club. Pleasure meeting you. Sayori will always say nice things about you. The pink hair fam. Okay. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Yo, she got like... Is that ribbon or cat ears? I can't tell. Cool god. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Hey, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, just say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. Can you just ignore her when she gets moody? You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says this quietly into my ear, then turns back around to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. She fine as hell. Don't say things like that. Oh, look at that, she's all fighting shy. Oh. Have my photos changed? Nope. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Fair enough. And, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And that sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Is it great to see you again, Gorgod? Monica smiles sweetly. Oh, look at that. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Ah, so we already know this bitch. Ah. That is a bow. Rate the trim, bro. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels like... It feels a little... You too, Monica? Oh, bro, we're shy. We're shy. Come sit down, God. We made room at you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Yeah, make me some tea, bro. You know I'm English, gotta get that tea up in me, you know. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Suri mentioned, I completely missed what that was. As Suri mentioned, it's been winded, so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da. These are impossible for me to make. Natsuki lifts the foil tray, revealing a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn on my icing and little pieces of chocolates used in it. Oh, that sounds banging. Oh, so cute. I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Hey, I mean, she can cook. You know what I mean? Just hurry up and take one. Suri grabs one first and Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Suri talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. So I'm guessing she's like a klutz, I guess. Like bare clumsy and shit. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. But cupcakes aren't that hard to bite, depending how big they are. Are they talking about a cupcake or are they talking about like a muffin? Because, yeah, muffins are difficult as fuck to eat. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you. You dummy. Barker. What's going on with her, innit? I can't tell if she's nice or a bitch. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri turns the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places teacups in front of everyone before setting down a teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yo, I don't read, so I don't know. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Oh, you're getting all flustered. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, she's kind of bad, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises her eyebrow and then smiles at me. Okay, why did she raise an eyebrow? Well, I've heard things about this game. I don't want to spoil anything. My throat's really weird right now. I don't want to say anything, but I've heard things about they get jealous. So, what? What's with the eyebrow, bro? So, what made you consider the electrical club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica. I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Electric Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How comes you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Yeah, they do like a festival thing. That sounds fun. I want to do a festival. And if you encourage others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting in the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Aww. Before we get any further, I know that there's different routes you can go through and everything, and I'm not gonna save it, try one, go back, try another one. I'm just gonna first choice, go through it, and then I'll probably make some videos afterwards where I do the other things. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head pops up, suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. And levels of creativity and craftsmanship behind them are really amazing to me. You tell a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid. In the moment, I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. Fair enough. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eye dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind in the last club meeting. It looked like you was working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. No, I want to know what she was writing. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is cute. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Suri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Huh? I'm not cute. Alright, so she's like a closeted cute. Alright, cool, I get that. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer then. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing at a level writing takes more than just confidence, bro. My throat is hella weird right now, sorry. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look puzzled, quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write poems. Oh fuck, I can't write a poem. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other, and that way everybody is even. Love that. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member, I think it can actually help us all to get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? Man like Cool God, you know. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth and with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare at me with dejected eyes. Oh no, but I'm sorry, I thought... God. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Bro, I would join it. just for Yuri, fam. What if writing poems is the price to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Yeah, but my boy's a simp. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up again. Yes, I'm so happy. Suri wraps her arm around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. You really just came here for the cupcakes. I would have been super pissed. Then it makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. And thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everybody remember tonight's assignment. Write down the poems and bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over to me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I can't do that. Yeah. I really impressed the star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Suri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! I'm hoping that you can hear me and everything. I won't actually know until, I'll finish recording and I might editing. So, yeah. I have no idea if, like, my mic's at good levels or the music's too loud. I have no clue. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Suri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Oh! Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune would find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. What's going on? Where's Monica? Why is it only them three? Okay, massacre? Oh, okay. So we're writing poems for someone. Oh, okay. So we just got to pick ones that she likes. She said she likes horror and psychological things. Unstable? Okay, cool. Scars? Why does she have scars? Why would scars be anything to do with her? She's all cheerful and shit. Okay. Anxiety? Okay. We're going for Yuri, okay. I was told that Yuri's root's really good, and also she waifu. So, rain cloud? No, okay. Infinite. Alright. Grief. Why? She didn't say anything about the stuff she likes, so I have no idea what she's into. So, and she's all about that cute shit, I think. So, special? No, I don't. Piss off. Horror. Yep. Don't want to pick that. Desire. Existence. Unending. Disorientated. Termination. Oh, we're flying through this. Unrestrained. Alone. Okay. I have no idea, like, what she's into. It's kind of like the same as her, I guess. Assuming writing poems for this person, these. Well, I'm picking Yuri. Vivacious, whatever the fuck that means. Entropy. I still don't know what that means, but it just sounded horror-y. Misery. Okay, why? I'm very, like, skeptical about everything, because I know that, like, shit goes down. So I'm very skeptical on, like, what's like happening. Universe. Yeah. Hi again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a bit strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everybody's already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope you don't get overwhelmed. I hope this isn't too much of an overwhelming commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh come on, he deserves any slack. Suri told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to come here and just hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. God always gives his best as long as he's having fun. Do I? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable. Oh, okay. Sayuri, that's because your room's messy. Is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Fair enough, I set my kitchen on fire by accident once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little oh. You can become good friends too. Oh, yeah, I would like that. She fine as hell, just to point out, bro. Look at the plate. Like, that's just cute. Nah, waifu. Sayori. As usual, Sayori is completely oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, so you... me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's nothing, really. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I weren't expecting anything in the first place, so it's a nice gesture from you. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. And my boy's got the fucking talking skills, you know. Come on. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want me to. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. Oh, you're getting all like, oh. This is. How did this girl how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'd like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everybody's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Sorry, my throat's just really weird. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Suri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I feel bad from distracting her about a book. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't notice in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so it's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious about how you come to two copies of the same book. Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. See, it's something very obviously. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. She brought you that, bro. She went out of her way to buy you that. She waifu. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it picks up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes her book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Makarov. Makarov? Did you say Makarov? Or Markov? Oh, I thought you said Makarov. I was like, oh, was she like reading some COD book? There's an ominous looking eye symbol at the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by people who escape from human experiment prison. Huh? And her life is in danger, so she needs to desperately choose who to trust. What the fuck? No matter what she does, it ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. What do you mean it's relatable? You've been harbouring some science experiment people. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You really made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So a dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those sort of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, it's not just because someone wants to be evil. It's because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. That's true. Bad guys don't always realize they're the bad guy because they're just doing what they need to do. Suddenly when you thought when you related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Oh, I'm rambling out, aren't I? Not again. Sorry. Hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thought, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Yeah, fair enough. I'm like that when I listen to music. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. At least I can do is listen. My boy's like saying all the right things. Like, come on, smooth player. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well just start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you weren't looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not like I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That's it, reading in company. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, alright. Open the book and start to read the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means by reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but it feels somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just Yuri. You really apologize, right? A lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. Oh, it's all red. I mean, here, this should work, right? I'll slide my desk up against Yuri's and hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. She timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Come on. I haven't even picked anything, and she already come on. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yo, I gotta be honest, the artwork in this game is fucking beautiful. Jesus. Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and flips it to her side. But in holding it like this, but huddled even closer than before, it's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. But what I don't understand in anime is, what is with their fascination of like feeling someone breath on them and like the warmth of someone? Like, I've never understood that, like they like get all like thingied over it. It was like, well, it's not really a thing you really look at most of the time. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry, I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continued the chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side. Then, as she catches it under her own thumb, "Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid that she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms." I see. We remain silent for a moment, but oh god, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I mean it's. I more meant that is kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Monica came out of nowhere, Zoom. I think it's about time we share today's poems with everyone. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to fall on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll probably be more fun reading it with you after it picks up, That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on in your own time. Alright. I stand up, making a mental note of where I left in the book, then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to make a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Suri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is wrinkled on a sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica's has wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching for their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share the poem with? Hey, let's stick with Yuri, you know. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I wanted to start with her. I can trust her to... Oh, we should have saved. Yeah. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads a poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What's that? Did you say that out loud? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. No, I was embarrassed. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the poems as she was breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason that I was able to tell. It's just that the specific writing habits that are usually typical to new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their own style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. And the end result, And the end result is that both styles, both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once again, Yuri finds her train of thought as if she had her demeanour totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's something you can't be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together and is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everybody else in the club gives you very valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri was apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity to her. Anything changed in the files? No. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh, okay. Ghost Under the Light. I can't read that. Something of my hair. Am I able to... is there not a way for me to... something of my hair illuminate between the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the Do you know what, if you want to read that, just pause. I can't read that. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I was actually thinking your handwriting is pretty. That's alright. My boy's got the talking down, you know. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the world. So, from that poem, does it explain something about her? Does like the poem tell us something about her? Because I know that like things change, and like I know that stuff gets messed up, but I don't know if the poems have anything to do with it. I don't know if it's just like a thing to like fill a game out. I don't know. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost, lingering on our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. What is she talking about? Yuri, what's going on? That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. By the way, that noise, it was me pushing my chair, not farting. Don't worry. I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you. Oh, me too. I got to show it to Shiori. Let's say Wagwan. This is a really good poem. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're not. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Oh, trust me, I wouldn't either. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I was standing in front of you. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. Trying things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people can do. Thanks, Iori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Oh, knowing how much this means to her and all. Oh, okay. You're just being nice. Yeah. I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold on to that then. Yeah. Now you'll read all my poems too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, I see about that. Oh, I can see this now. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kiss my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Well, Yuri said that poets tell their own feelings in the words. So if we break it down, it's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Is she talking about someone, not... Is she talking about someone, or is it just a poem? See, I don't want to, like, read into it too much, because I have no idea when it comes to poems at all. But, yeah, like, she said that the poets usually put their feelings through. So now I'm like over-analysing everything because I know that this game it messes with you. Oh no, this is... I'm enjoying this. Suri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I'm still trying my best. Oh, okay, maybe not then. She just like wrote it in the morning. Okay, never mind. Screw all the other stuff I said. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially the last line. I made egg and toast. That's a shit breakfast, just eggs and toast. No, but no, like a little bit of bacon on it, a little bit of French toast, you know what I mean? A little sausage, bit of black pudding, you know, like some beans. Park a little breakfast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. And I guess I will look forward to it. Who do you want to show it? Let's show it to her. We haven't spoken to her at all. Google, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? Would you expect me to believe you actually put the effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort. Gotta start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve. But you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, each their own, I guess. Anyways, I guess I got to share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you trying to convince me that I wouldn't? Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But it isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read, then it hits you hard. All she said that like people can try and that's it. Like in this poem, seeing everybody around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But other nice things, simple writing puts more weight on the wordplay. I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring the feeling. It brings out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be pro. I'm glad you learnt something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour her with the last comment. I didn't really care how old everybody is, but Nutski is feeling proud, then I wouldn't take that away from her. Shout out to Monica. Hi, having a good time so far. Yeah, good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities and things we can do better, I'm always listening. We could make an orgy. That's an activity. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. What is that pose? That looks like it just hurts. Like, you're gonna have like fucking arthritis in your back, love. Don't worry, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know. I bet it's that sort of barrier that we can learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Harmonica, my poem. Great job. I was going ooh in my head whilst reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everybody's expectations low. That's why it counts when I put in the effort. Nothing's changed in the files yet. Nah, that's not fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using a simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. You both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning to try things new. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before feeling comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the best way is to find a kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everybody else wants you to write. Oh, she's like an actual good president. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackles protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, they've already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it wasn't too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices, realizing now I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, the other side, was looking in. Okay. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. It's the kind of start. that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's it. That is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Then performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say it's kind of had some kind of an epiphany recently, and it's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany, yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly after everybody is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Other way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and it'll go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. That's actually pretty good advice for like life as well. Don't just stay normal, try and move. Thanks for listening. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everybody's judging me on my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice to me, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch as their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows burrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I'm trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try something hot? You have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for any suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and me liked it. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And God liked my poem too, He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realise he was invested in trying to impress our new member. Oh, are they fighting over me? Yeah. What's with the music? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Gorgod appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Are they fighting over me? Yo, how would you know he didn't appreciate my advice anymore? Are you full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would have deliberately gone out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Yo, Sayori, break this shit up. Is everybody okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew bigger as soon as he showed up. Oh no. They're actually fighting. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't... Oh, I know. What's going on? I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. God, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn the to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then we wouldn't have this haven't. Oh my god. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That means you should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her. Wait, there's a reason that we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like it's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. What do I pick? See, I don't want her to like hate me, but also I want to pick her because waifu. Because like I don't want to make it weird in the club. Cause I don't know if that happened. We're picking Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drying any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defensive I can't bring myself up to say anything to her. Sayori, yeah. Everybody's fighting is making Sayori feel uncomfortable. How can you guys keep fighting when you know you're making a friend feel like that? Nice. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Good. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Oh no, she's pissed. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everybody to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everybody's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same there. For fuck's sake. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with bewildered expression and makes some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Yuri's vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, I'm kind of embarrassed of me. It's kind of embarrassing. As president, it's kind of embarrassing of me. No. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means that Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? I guess you could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everybody, it's about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'll say it's worth it. It was alright mostly. Good, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. Yeah, it was neat to talk about it with everyone. Awesome. In that case, it's the same thing to what fuck. We have to write another one? So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more? Did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everybody likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who want to press, and onto myself with a newfound determination. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Shuri beams at me. It's really been a while since Yuri and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Aww. Shuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You won't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I guess I can see why they make good friends with you. Feel, you know, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everybody else what makes me happiest, and I think everybody really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much more fun. So it looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everybody is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh, we'll just have to see what the future holds. I patted Sayuri on the shoulders and said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Well, I think we're going to leave this episode here. It's been an hour and 17 minutes, god damn. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. I'm literally gonna record like pretty much the whole series in one day. Like I'm just gonna start a new episode after this. But if you have enjoyed, give me a like and subscribe. It's really appreciated. Trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you could help me out with that, that'll be absolutely amazing. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.